Going on a Norwegian cruise is an incredible experience, allowing you to see one of the most beautiful countries on earth. And seeing it by ship is one of the best ways you can do it. Today I'm going to give you 5 tips that'll help you get the most out of your Norwegian Fjords cruise. The best time to visit is generally between May and September. The weather's at its most mild and the days are longer, which makes it easier to explore, and the visibility is good of the mountains. That said, if you really wanted to see the northern lights, then you're better off going in the winter. You may get lucky and see them late in September, but generally speaking you need to go in the winter and you need to go quite far north. The further north, the more likely you are to see them. Norway is generally considered an expensive country. It can be a bit of a shock when you first see the prices. For example, just getting a pint of beer can cost you £8, or even just a small meal can cost you £30, so do budget for it. One of the advantages, of course, of going on a cruise ship is that you can load up with breakfast in the morning, and then if you wanted to nip back on the ship and have something to eat, in most ports you could do that if you weren't out for the day. Or maybe if you do want to try some local cuisine, just be a little bit careful and read the prices beforehand, because it is quite expensive. The other thing is, don't bother taking cash. Everybody takes contactless. In fact, you might even struggle to spend the cash. Even the local buses only take cards, and all the restaurants and shops, they all take cards. So don't bother taking cash. It's much easier to just tap the contactless. Often on a cruise, I don't do a great deal of planning, particularly if I'm going to somewhere like the Caribbean, where there's plenty of tours that you can just jump on as soon as you get off the ship, or just go to a beach. But Norway takes a little bit more thought. So if there's anything that you particularly want to see, maybe you want to visit Pulpit Rock, or you want to do a rib ride or anything like that, then do try to book early. The trips do book up quite fast, so as soon as they become available for your cruise, if there's something that you really want to go with and you really want to go with the ship, then I'd get on that as soon as possible. You can, of course, book with a local agent. There are lots of travel companies there locally that can sort you out with the same experiences. But again, do your research, have a look, see their reviews. Most of them are very experienced, and make sure you get back to the ship in plenty of time. But it is worth doing your research and spend some time really picking out what you want to see, because it's such a beautiful country. Take the opportunity to absorb all the culture and see everything that you can while you're there. Norway experiences a very varied climate due to its mountainous regions and its high latitude, so you're best off packing for everything. Any eventuality. There certainly might see some rain, you may even see some sunshine. It's a little bit like Britain really, the weather can change quite quickly, so just pack for all eventualities. Norway I think is one of the most difficult destinations to pack for, so I just overpack. One of the highlights of a Norwegian cruise is of course the scenery, so make sure you pack your cameras. But a lot of people say to me, do I need a balcony? And to be honest, ideally, yes, if you can get a balcony, it is lovely in the morning to just open up your curtains and have a look out and see the scenery. But if you can only afford an inside cabin for this particular trip, then don't worry about it. Get up on top deck, get yourself a nice coffee or a cup of tea and get a blanket, and you're going to have an even better view from up there with vistas all the way around as you go through the fjords. So don't panic too much about that. But as I say, once again, pack your cameras. Well, that's just 5 tips that I hope will help you if you're going on a Norwegian Fjords cruise. If you enjoyed it, then please do hit subscribe. If you have any other questions, then please just pop them in the comments below and I'll do my best to answer them. And until the next time, bye for now.